Hey Creative Media Reps, this is Jeremy again over at Central. We are putting together a series of videos for you guys just to kind of show you how to edit some of the templates we provide you in the Media Toolbox. We're going to be in Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign, just kind of showing you how to edit text, add your maps, different things like that. This portion is going to be focusing on Adobe Illustrator, so we're going to open up a file and kind of show you guys how to edit it so that you can make your campus-specific graphics through that. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so here I've got Adobe Illustrator open and I'm going to go ahead and open up a file. You can either do that by hitting Command O like I just did, or you can go up here to File, Open, and we're going to navigate to the media toolboxes, which are on the share drive. I'm going to wait for that to come up here real quick. So I'm going to click the share drive, experience, scroll down to media toolboxes, and this is the folder structure where we've put all the templates that we provide for you guys. In Illustrator today, we're going to go ahead and look at a lifekids.tv invite card. Where on the back of it you can edit some information. So I believe that's under Ministries. If I go to Life Kids, and then let's go to this invite folder, and there's this editable invite 3x5 card. So I'm going to click on this new invite file, and I'm going to open that .ai files or Illustrator. And so I'm going to open that. I'm going to go ahead and hit this green plus sign to maximize it to full screen. So here you have two artboards set up. If you look down here, you see art in your artboards palette. We have artboard 1 and artboard 2. I'm going to go ahead and the back of it is what we'll be editing here. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on the back. If you want to zoom in, there's a keyboard shortcut that is Command Spacebar. And then once I have those held down, I can click my cursor and just kind of draw a box over where I want to zoom into. And then that's going to take me into that portion of the artboard. So as you can see here on the back, there's a paragraph here of text. As my mouse cursor kind of hovers over that, you see it's kind of underlined there. So if I just single click that bit of text, I can see that that's highlighted there. It's a text box. If I double click inside that text box, there's kind of a couple different ways you can edit text. I can double click inside that text box. Now see I have this blinking cursor. Again, like any word processing type of software, I can now highlight text and then type over it. If I hit escape, I'm out of that text box now. Another way to jump inside that text box to edit would be to go over here in my toolbar and grab my type tool. It's the one with a big capital T on here. If you hover over it, it says type tool. Or on the keyboard, I can just, without anything else selected, I can just hit the letter T and it'll also give me my type tool, so I can select that. Again, as I hover over this text box, I can see that it kind of highlights and underlines there. Now that I have that cursor, I can just go ahead and highlight that text and it's going to jump me into that text box. So for your campus info at this point, lifechurch.tv Albany is the default in this file. I could just go in here. I could change it to, Fort Worth, or whatever campus that you're at. So we have lines here for campus name, the Facebook address, your custom Facebook location, and then your physical campus address. And so once that's done, again, to jump out of that text box to where you're not making any other edits, once you have it the way you want, you can hit the escape key on your keyboard, and now it's going to jump me outside of that again, and I can just kind of click out here to the side. Now I have that text box, exactly how I want it. So that's pretty easy. You'll see over here a map too. If you change it to your campus info, you're obviously going to want to put your campus map in here as well. We have this map, all these objects that make up this map kind of grouped. So if I want to, get rid of, this map, I can just highlight it and then hit the delete key on my keyboard. Now that map is gone. To place your specific campus map in here, I'm going to go over to the file. I'm going to hit place. Get a dialog box that pops up here. So this is basically Illustrator's asking you, hey, you told me you want to place a file. Well, where is that file? So now I have to go find it. Every campus has their campus map file out on the media toolbox. So if I'm in the media toolboxes here, I go to the campus, let me drag that out. I go to the campus toolboxes folder. Let's see, we used Fort Worth in this example, so I'll just go into the Fort Worth folder, campus map. There's a campus map black and a campus map white, which, white on white's not going to show you anything, but there is actually a map there I'll show you. Since we're on a dark purple background and the text is white, in this example, we're going to go with the white map. So I'm just going to go ahead and click place. It's going to bring up a dialog box, and normally, like I said, this is white on white, so it's not showing up, but the graphic is there. It's just kind of showing you a preview of, hey, is this the file that you want to place? I'm going to go ahead and just click OK. And now here it's given me this object that is the map. And so at this point, if I click on this object, it gives me this bounding box. If I go out to the corners of this bounding box, I can actually resize it if I want to. That looks a little small. I might want that map to fill that area a little bit more. So I can grab the corners of this bounding box. And if you click on that and you make sure and hold the shift key so that you are keeping the aspect ratio the same so that you're not going to skew it or squish it horizontally or vertically. So I'm holding shift, I'm clicking on that corner, and I just drag it up and make it bigger. Now that map's a little bigger, and then I can just kind of bring it back down here into this space where I want to center it up. And then all of a sudden now we have, the matching campus info that we edited, and you have your campus map in there. So at this point, this file would kind of be done, let's just say, for example, I did go through, I edited all that how I wanted it. I got the correct map in here. It's white to match the text. It's where I want it to be. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and go save this file now. So I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to Save As in Illustrator. On this menu option right here, I'm going to drop that down and do Adobe PDF. Again, I'm just going to navigate to my desktop real quick to place that out there for safekeeping. You can go in here and give it a new file name if you want, based on your campus. Go ahead and click Save. You get this dialog box for PDFs. This top drop-down box, I'm going to go ahead and click that. Anything that's going to be for print, I want to click Press Quality. That's the highest quality print PDF that you can make. So I'm going to click Press Quality. If you're sending this out to a professional printer, you're going to want to probably export it with crop marks so that they can cut it properly. If you'll notice on the file background back here, I have this black line, and that's the actual edge of the artboard where the artwork stops. But then I have this other red line, which that's actually my crop line. That's where they're going to cut. That's a bleed, so that any of this color bleeds off the edge, and that when it's printed you don't get this like weird white border or something like that. So if you want to edit it or export it with crop marks, underneath these options here you can click Marks and Bleeds, and then you're going to click this option right here that says Trim Marks, and then you're going to go ahead and click Use Document Bleed Settings right there as well for that. So if you go back to the General option here, I have View PDF after saving clicked, so it should, as soon as I save this, it should naturally open up Acrobat and kind of show me a preview of what I've saved. So all my settings are where I want them now. I'm exporting it with crop marks. I'm going to go ahead and click Save PDF. Yeah, here it comes in Acrobat. That's the, noticed before we had two artboards, so that's showing me, page 1 of 2 is the front. Here are my crop marks. So the artwork bleeds over the edge a little bit. Those are the marks that the professional printer would actually use to cut the edges of this piece. If I scroll down here and navigate to the page that we edited, the back part, again, you see our crop marks. That's where the printer's going to cut it. Our info is here where we edited. Our map's in there of how we put it in. So everything's good to go. So that's how you edit text and add a map in an Adobe Illustrator template.